All right, what it do, fellas? We are back again. Really was actually a shorter break than I expected, but young one was already ready to go to sleep. But I did get to hang out with her, so that was all that was worth it. Now, I get to go and play Barb, which is really exciting for me. Let's lock all this stuff up, so that way we have access to this whenever we return, if we return. Let me look up what actually the best terror essences are for this. Here it is right here. All right, let's put it there. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is the conversions of terror essences from a monk to a barbarian. Mystic allies is actually what I want, looks like. Flying kick, mystic allies. I'm gonna ask Norma what he thinks too. Strike will turn into a notice exploding palm turn. Leave. Inner Sanctuary is Fierce Charge. I'm not using that. Prison Fist is grab. All right. Yep, I'm gonna go back and finish the. I'm gonna try to finish all the essences for it to try out the new meta style for it while I'm oh, hold on, I didn't mean to put that back on it. But yeah, we're gonna go back to Barbarian. Go ahead and getting everything situated. Just I got a couple days before basically semifinals kick back in. So if I need to go back, I am very capable. But I was also pretty close to getting all the essences that I wanted on this, and so all that gear away just in case. Whoa!
1984 says, you see that number 5th ranked team?
I did. I see that, Greed. You all did great. Thank you so much. No, yeah, Greed's out here setting it up in the number 5th slot. So you guys should be fighting the like the 40. What did I have it registered number 2? Where did that? Like the 46 or so team. No, actually, he's higher than that. There you go.
Greed Gaming 1984 says, who we fighting?
You will be fighting essentially again. So they take the top 64 teams, and then 8. Here it is, right here. All right. So number 5 will fight number 60 actually. So you will be fighting. At least if they do it the exact same way they have forever, you will be fighting Tunnel Vision. Which is Vanora.
Greed Gaming 1984 says, Huo. Greed Gaming 1984 says, LOL. Shakery 67 says, hello. You will ever play with the Crusader?
Yeah, I played with the Crusader. I've got essences on all of the classes. I played the Crusader not terribly long ago. See? There's only a couple essences, like a little bit of patch that I didn't get. But yeah, I still have most of all the Satyr ones. The Satyr right.
Gaming 1984 says, okay man, gonna get some shut eye, have a great stream.
Hey, good luck Monday to you. Pounds 5 minutes. Oh yeah, I'm jumping into that. Yeah, I was playing Satyr not long ago. I haven't got to try out their new anti-dash build, but I was playing as a monk. I know it's effective. I didn't really have a good build for this yet, but
Alan Gomez 51 says, why switch to Barb?
I was working on trying to get the essences, and I've got a couple days break between. So the preliminaries just ended in Bout of Realms, and now I've got Monday is when the semifinals are going to kick back in.
51 says, also, how does the bout work? Is it like a tournament? I haven't played in a while.
Correct. It is exactly like a tournament. So I'll explain here how the bout works. So essentially, you and 8 other players. You don't even have to actually have a full team of 8. You can really make with a smaller group if you want. We will start overall, let's see, where's contest? Here we go. We'll go with the preliminaries first, which is what we did all this last Monday through today, where we will basically fight 3 matches every single night, and it ranks you based upon which matches you win, which ones you lose, based upon how well you do in the match and that kind of stuff. And so it places us all into a ranking system here. So here's like the global or the cross server one, and then here is the in-house, you're like within your own server group. You get rewards for both of them. That's the thing, is like, even if you don't like play a lot of PvP, this is still a really good event for anybody just to get pure rewards. I mean, there's a lot of like legendary crests, or the orange crest, whichever one that one's called. It's not eternal one, but there's a lot of those crests. There's a lot of extra rewards just for participating.
Alan Gomez 51 says, also, I don't know if you remember me, but I'm Oren, the person you were helping last weekend.
Your name looks really, really familiar for it. But I also love to help actually anybody that comes into the stream. So I will tell the same information regardless to anybody that does come in. But I do appreciate you coming back. I love to teach them. It's fun. And so basically what they'll do is they'll take the top 64 teams right here. This is the cutoff. And on Monday, we will basically be it'll pick it back up in a bracket. Now on Monday, it'll be single elimination. If you lose, actually, I'm sorry, it'll be best of 3. But if you lose that match, or those 2 out of the 3 matches, then you're out completely.
Alan Gomez 51 says, I was on a different ACC. My name was Matthew.
Okay. Well, then I guess no, it doesn't look familiar then. My apologies. Well, welcome back. Glad you at least knew where to go. So now, yeah, it's a tournament that. Ooh, did I miss it? No, I didn't. I was worried that I was gonna miss that. Right now, yeah, basically the reason I went back to Barb is because I have a couple days before the next tournament kicks in, and there's a new Barb meta right now, and I was trying to acquire those other essences. So that's the reason why I went back Barb right now. Worker.
Alan Gomez 51 says, I've been in your chat for like a year, but my name used to be Hello.
Oh, okay.
Alan Gomez 51 says, should you only play Bout if or high residential, and do you need a squad?
You want a squad, but no, I mean, there's things like the rewards for playing it are worth it just to like participate. But then I would also definitely say hold on, is the thing starting it? Missing 2. Oh yeah, they're waiting for me. But no, yeah, Bout, and also there's rumors of a free-to-play Bout coming in where basically all resonance is going to be equalized. So at least that's what they did over in China. So that'd be pretty cool to see here. But yeah, the tournament's already telling you kind of like you're a little late to actually try to join into this one. But definitely, if you ever see the next Bout of Realms come out, jump into it. There's no reason not to. Honestly, if you're real low resonance, grab a couple of your friends that are all also low resonance, and then just go ahead and get rewards. We have cosmetic on this barb, don't we? We'll go Lich King, even though I got no build on right now.
Alan Gomez 51 says, I'm kinda solo and I don't really know anyone that plays this game, so it will probably be hard for me.
You could even go in there by yourself, like a one-man team, and honestly just getting into the getting the basic rewards for the whole week. I need that chest essence.
Yak says, Bro Ola. D380H says, what server you play on? Gaston Zarati says, Top 68. Caesar Joliak says, Aries Barbaro. Caesar Joliak says, sorry Espanol came out.
Gotta be better about pulling up that
Caesar
TikTok
Joliak
chat.
says,
Oh, I lost that.
Sabes Alguna Balds. Caesar Joliak says, De Barbaro. Eddie says, El no habla español Caesar KTE pasa.
But also, Eddie, if like you want to let them know, I do have like if they want to join the YouTube or Kick or Twitch, I have an add-on now that does work where they can type just fully in Spanish and it will translate it to me. I mean, of course, I'm gonna say it back English as well, but like I feel like I wish it worked really well for TikTok because I feel like most of like the Hispanic comments I get are normally from the TikTok one. But I also got to remember to keep the TikTok page open. Literally, it has to look like, well, I guess for everybody else, it look like that.
For an Barbarian build.
Well, I do have one. It's a, I haven't got a chance to like fully put it on myself yet. I've been sent one at least. Oh, okay, I win that.
Says, speak to him in English since he doesn't understand Spanish well.
True. I do that. But also, if you do want to go to the YouTube or Kick or whatever, you can type just fully in Spanish, and it will it translates it to me in the chat. Doesn't necessarily come across that way, but I can read it. You get out of here, Smile. Well, nobody else noticed. It's only me over here. Need that chest piece.
Says, which class do you recommend for intensive farming?
Necro, probably. I mean, it just, you can spread your attack range so far with your summons. But I mean, there's tons of other. I mean, you can farm with any class, really. It really is.
Emerald Gaming says, happy streaming, Krog.
Thank you, Miss Emerald. You as well. We ended up 20th in our Battleground for the semifinals, so not a bad seed going into next week. Took 64. Not too shabby. We were sitting 13th,
Eddie
and then
says, I want turn to DH. I'm Tempest right now, but I don't know.
Hey, you know what? You and
Emerald
Emerald both.
Says, good luck in your next match.
That'll be Monday. I'm gonna actually put a collage together of the preliminary rounds and post a little clip of that out. Actually, let's see what else we got now. Come on.
Emerald Gaming says, wish you luck.
Thank you, thank you. In spirit. Alright. So that's it of that. 2 main hands, 2 chests. Not bad. Not the chest exactly what we wanted, but it's alright.
Emerald Gaming says, you are very good player.
I appreciate the compliment. I'm an average orca. Not a mega whale, but I'm an average orca. Maybe a little above it. I'm still an orca. Maybe not a beluga, but an orca. Let's see. Put on here. And we get what we want. We have ancients. Okay, I know that's at least one of the pieces of the build.
Eddie says, tiny twist.
I don't know how to take that, Eddie. Let's see. Innovation. All right. All right, let's open some Christmas presents and see what we can maybe get lucky. Not here though. This is just an extra little bonus ones. Okay. We can open more of those in a minute. Let's go ahead and open some of these. We don't have long to be on the barb, so we're going to open some Christmas presents. Open 10 first and see what we get. Hammer. No. Not exactly what I want. Hammer ancient chest, but not exactly the one I'm looking for. None of those were chests, unfortunately.
Eddie says, I mean tiny tornado.
Right now I am a tiny tornado. Let's see. No, it's not the one I want either.
Alan Gomez 51 says, is your clan only whales?
A lot of my clan is a lot of whales. I mean, like, we do have players that aren't fully whales, that as long as they're doing all of their, like, activities and stuff. I mean, yeah, activity and making sure that you're doing everything every week and getting your badges. I mean, our clan's one of the top clans in the server. So, I mean, like, but they do, I mean, yeah, it's got mostly whales, but then also we do have lower res players that do a lot of their stuff. And we've even got an alt clan that, like, players that want to come over and start somewhere that at least, like, you can kind of get your bearings about it.
I want join in OG. Alan Gomez 51 says, I'm gonna get on my other YTACC so I can play on my iPad.
Hell yeah. Well, Eddie, you're pretty active. You can show, like, all of your badges and that kind of stuff. I can put a word in for you. I can't promise anything. I'm not an officer, but I know that, like, we're missing some of the guys in the very bottom of our, like, our Vigil Blade, or our Shadow Wars and stuff. Like, that, filling that bottom third group doesn't always get filled. So, maybe looking to you putting people on the chopping block if they don't be stepping up.
Emerald Gaming says, enjoy playing .ca.
Bye, Miss Emerald. Thank you for stopping by. Under, no.
Eddie says, I'm at 1500 Reso XD I can't. Alan Gomez 51 says, I have 3K residential with 4K secondaries and can be active, but I don't really have a reason to be right now.
That's the kind of the thing about it. It's like, if things are like dull or whatever, we still gotta have like guys that are still actively keeping, like, I know right now like we're immortals, so it's like kind of a pre-ride for it, but then after we go back to shadows, like, we still have to like put in the grind and that kind of stuff. Another guy that I just got in here recently, he's not like super high res. I mean, it's things like we don't have just like purely where's Dukem?
Eddie says, I'm on a Latin clan.
Everybody changed their name. Actually, hold on, I can find him on my friends list. That's not the right one, is it? Not that one. I have to find out what he changed his name to.
I think Fuffentuf will be champion again.
The Globetrotters, I mean, that I have good predictions that they're probably going to end up taking it. Yeah, Ludra, Sneaky. That's a very good possibility right there. But then again, Baratheon and them could pull an upset out of it. They did it last time. Technically, yes, they didn't win like the entire like piece of it all, but like they did still like on East Coast championships, they did beat the Globetrotters last time for the #1 seed going into the cross server one. I have almost everything else except for those. Okay. Let me see if I have the rest of the build.
Matthew Q5Y3I says, I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite things to do is check whale accounts.
Well, you are more than welcome to inspect the clan. We have plenty of them. What was I getting ready to do here? Excuse me. I was getting ready to...
Matthew Q5Y3I says, I used to be on a server with a guy named Baratheon and he always had max everything.
Yeah, no, Baratheon is right here, and he's #2 right here in the Battle Realms, Booty Bandits. Mask of Jarm. Let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at this build.
Eddie says, 2 shiny XD.
Let's see, dear. Okay. I don't have the helmet either.
You!
Cause of me.
No, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
I'd rather the Berserker's Group. Okay, so I just don't have that one. I don't have the chest. Got the shoulders. Undying Rage. Don't have the pants still. What the hell? I've not ever get anything with it. Okay,
Matthew Q5Y3I says, my dad used to be a small whistle and I would ask him to let me know if he ever got in Big Whale BGS.
his also demise, that's the 600 one. Damn. Let's see. Look. Looks like I'm out of luck there.
Harisk 3924 says. Oh no, you went Barb, haha.
Yeah, I wanted to try to get the rest of the essences that I didn't have on here. Need to do my raids here still too. I only got like a day or two to actually do anything on this right now. Well, guess we'll start leaping.
Matthew Q5Y3I says. What is the highest DPS character for PvE?
For PvE, I think it's like maybe Tempest. If that's what you're going for, just solely PvE, which Tempest is kind of rough in PvP right now, but each their own.
Eddie says, the Tempest is the worst for everything, but I like it.
But not for PvE. I see a lot of people trying to push highest challenge rifts with it.
Matthew Q5Y3I says, I'm playing Crusader, but my high east secondary is potency and it's annoying. Noon QJ4ZH says, hey.
What up? Restitution 4. And like it is 4 as well.
Noon QJ4ZH says, trying new builds.
Well, I'm trying to get the rest of this Barbarian like set. I want to like I've gained like almost every freaking essence except for the build that I need of it. There's like about 4 more essences that I need to be able to actually make a PvP build for the new Barb meta. And so that's kind of what I'm messing around with. Well, we got a little bit of downtime before the semifinals.
Matthew Q5Y3I says, is the bout once a month?
No, the bout is like a special tournament that's held like every so often, that's kind of sporadically like determined when they're gonna do it, and then you get about like 2 or 3 weeks worth of notice before it happens, and then you sign up. But I think the next bout is supposed to be a free-to-play bout. Basically, you can run in with whatever whatever legendary gear you want or gems you want, and they will go to like rank 10. Already missed my sprint. That's the brand newest one, but I don't need that one. I need... Pretty packs, man.
Jasper Stone 3445 says, how to make a pet like that?
This one right here, this is just a pet because I have like a cause here. This is actually just a cat. Barely got you in, Norman. Barely got you in. By the hair of it. Fucking by the hair of it. Alright, 11 raids. Be dead. Get loot. GG. I'm looking for 6 bodies. But yeah, here, let me show you. Oh, it's actually in familiars thing. So I just bought this thing. That's what it looks like normally. Looking for 5 bodies. That's why I always do these by myself. But I know I get more raids, or get more rewards with this. Right now, we're still farming essences right now. Two more of these guys are kicking it right along. I have plenty of time to spare. Plenty of time to spare. Well, we made it. They're not the ones that I need. Wonderful. Alright, so I still don't have over half of the essence.
I hope that can help. What do you need?
I'm crafting. There's was gonna go and not get used to that. Got that done. A legendary hammer. putting on a my one. Do well better.
It's Menko says. Biggest bullshit this game.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Especially for like a mobile to a PC cross-platform. Pretty damn good. Does have its flaws, sure. Most games do.
It's Menko says. Pay to win.
Does have a lot of aspects of that in it, but also it does have a lot of they've done a lot of things to redeem a lot of those qualities to it. Made it a lot more friendly.
Says. Diablo 4 is much better.
It's not mobile. It's not on the go, and also there's going to be a Diablo 5 that'll replace it, unfortunately. There won't be another Immortal. Your character will still stay your character. And every season, everything you have is gone.
Itzmenko says. There will be no further updates for Diablo Immortal.
See, that's not true. There will be. The game's got a lot of funding. If you actually look at like what makes Blizzard more money for it, Diablo Immortal will do it. And has done it.
Itzmenko says. No, it isn't, bro. You can play off season.
We'll see. Bet you, again, we're 4 years now running for it. That was Immortal or Diablo Immortal 4? Or Diablo 4? I bet you Diablo 5 comes out before there's a new Immortal, but yet Immortal will still be here. Go down, go down, down. Alright, that's 5 of those. I still didn't get the piece that I wanted. Yeah, those are the new shoulders, but got that one 14, nice. Let's go kill Diablo. That'll be something else I can do for a legendary. Huh? Out. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, let's get that one finished. We're doing everything we can right now just to gather the rest of the essences for this build. And we've not had great success with getting them, but gotten every other essence. Boom. Let's see. familiar on. A salvager. Oh, I do have another guaranteed legendary I can do. Not my favorite, but I do always go back to it because it's something I feel like a lot of people forget about. Oh, not frozen. It's Shabara. No, it's other. Other.
Iori Yagama 9231 says. Jasper Stone 3445 credit card bro, just swipe it.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? There's a little mini game here that guarantees you a legendary. He used to guarantee 2, but I don't know if they like let you come back or not, or they just give you 2 at the beginning. $700. This level 3 and it'll be GG's on the side. Alright, go. Now I got that below 3. Yeah, I think it just cooks. Put a expo here. Boltcaster. Elden crossbows from Clash of Clans. This is where I'll start go ahead and working on my second light tower. And we'll never break below 100. Yeah, they're gonna come from 2 sides. Already prepared on this one. Now the points will start racking in a lot faster though. Have a flame. What's her name? Bang. And then we about to be done with this. Get an extra legendary. And you're supposed to get like one more, and basically it's supposed to like run for an hour after and like basically just farm for you while you're farming and playing or whatever else. Nothing super exciting, but I don't even know if it works exactly the way they intended it initially. It used to be able to come back after an hour, but I've never been able to come back after the hour. Now we just start upgrading all the way up to maxed. Last wave.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
What
You
up,
are
Max? I went Barb right now, trying to get the rest of these essences. Alright, that's maxed out on everything. Here we go. 100%. GG's. Yeah, I think they've been like, now you just get like 2 legendaries whenever you do it. They used to give you 1 at the beginning and then 1 if you came back.
One says, it's pretty dang strong. You'll like it.
Yeah,
It's not fast though, I'll tell you that much. Yumitsun YMCMB says, yo.
What up? Alright. Yeah, I think it's now that you just get like 2 legendaries every time you do it. Which is nice. Maybe more worth it for you because that's like the 4th time in a row now I've gotten 2 at the beginning of it instead of it. Used to like you got 1 at the beginning and then if you came back you got another one. But now it's still gonna, it looks like it runs for another hour or so, but I don't know if you get the rest of the loot or that. But you aren't able to actually return back into it. We'll see. I guess I'll see if I get the loot. I mean, I didn't pay attention to actually if I actually get it or not. which I've gotten every other essence that I like could possibly want, except for the ones that I need for the build. I literally have like almost missing all of the essences except, like, I have almost all the essences now except for the exact ones that are on those. And the helmet, just go extract. Only missing the critical hit ones and those other right there. Shoulders. I think I have this one. Pant, I don't have the chest. Don't have the pants.
Yumitsun YMCMB says, what's your favorite class to play, bro?
I don't know. I mean, Necro was always like my favorite passion one. It's probably why I have as much potency as I do. I mean, probably Necro. But I played them all. And then I'll play certain ones like for a long period of time, depending on like how good they are.
You do the fighting, I'll do the forging. Be safe, alright?
Dang. I didn't get no better into that one. I didn't get shit out of that one. But I'll play pretty much whatever class is doing really well. I likes to win more than anything else of it. So it does allow me to like experiment around and play other things. I mean, I probably will like, unless this barb, I get all the essences and it's just astronomically better for me than playing my monk. I may bring that up to the team, but mostly I'm planning to play back to the monk on for for Battle of Realms. Then we also have Vigil Blades Sunday as well. Max, are you auxiliating a colossal engine in? Like, if you want to be fast, just auxiliate one of those bad boys in. Hell, I'm using one of those for even Bout of Realms. Like, they're that good of an auxiliated gem.
Mexicutioner 1 says, I got it as main gem.
Okay. You can't be that slow. I mean, you can also run Brawler instead of Gladiator.
Mexicutioner 1 says, yeah, but I don't like to PROC it unnecessarily.
I mean, I've always been a bit of a pre-procer myself. The thing I do love about this game is that, like, if you get like playing a class and you're doing decently well with it, but yeah, you're kind of like you don't really want to farm as much on it because you got decently what you want. I love the fact that you can just change classes, farm the rest of the essences, and just have everything on one like account. That I do love.
Nine loading 9 says. Any news in the partner program?
Take a look. They did say something the other day. Let me see what I can say. Ooh. Yeah, there's been new announcements, but I can't say anything. That's pretty cool. I'll be getting to do maybe some other, besides just the September 1st, or not September, but the 21st, where I'm going to be getting like early access to an earlier patch, which will be, I will be actually posting out earlier, or I guess like I'll be making more of an upcoming announcements for that specific stream. That'll be the 21st, where I'm going to be access to 4.3, but they also did say that there's even maybe more to come that I'll be able to hopefully share and be able to do some of the testing through.
Nine loading 9 says. Please be checking your messages and email.
I have been. Let's see. See if the rest of it. Okay, so we need damage, and then we need also cleave. Okay, we do have those. Nice. Finally, at least we got some good news there. We don't have the movement speed one. That sucks. Okay, one. Always be missing for Barb. Hammer.
Nine loading 9 says. I can send you as a Barb build if you want. He's been carrying Baratheon in Bout with it.
It's the only brand new one that I don't have. So go ahead and do that one. That's the one I won't be able to do. This one I should be able to acquire like fairly easily, but won't seem to come. And the helmet also is another one that does not seem to want to drop.
Bad Bastoni says. Good evening, Krog.
What up, Bad Bastoni?
Bad Bastoni says. Barb again, huh?
Well, now that the prelims are over and I got a little bit of a break, I wanted to try to get the rest of the essences because I had to leave Barb way too early last time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Alright. I wish I could get those essences so I could play PvP with this.
Nine loading 9 says. Use your loyalty to get the most important and main essence.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the one main
essence says. What are pillars good for?
pillars. Oh, you mean what I'm doing right now? They're good for giving you terroristic gear. So like gear that'll have like ancient hammer or whirlwind or whatever, that kind of stuff on it. Whoa! Thank you so much for the follow. Whoa, and a sub? Is this Soul?
Nine loading 9 says. Thank you for subbing, man.
It has to be Soul. There's no other person that would just be like that gracious for that quickly to it. He'd be the follow and
Dad
stuff.
Bastoni says,
Impressive. Thank you so much.
Is that the same as Endure and Clandestine gear?
It's like this kind of gear here. So right here on mine, so like Wrath of the Berserker has a 20% chance to trigger an explosion every 0.5 seconds. Like you can change these on this piece of gear.
YMCMB says. A little bit of
goop, a little bit of gooping.
9 loading 9
The old
says.
bungalators.
It's gear with terror affixes.
Yeah, and so that's where like you can get. It's really good to get good level or high level combat rating gear with those basically the effects on it. It's kind of like getting extra set pieces for nothing, really. I mean, like reducing all duration of harmful effects, stacking that up by like 4, that'd be pretty solid defense right there. But that is Soul. Welcome back to the Blizzard world. How have you been? And if it's not, welcome in, new viewer and new subscriber. You are awesome. I was just talking to one of my buddies that he had remembered me from WoW back in the day, and I was like, oh, at first, like, whenever he said, hey, I remember you or whatever from, like, way back in the day, and I was like, oh, it's probably, like, just somebody from Diablo, like, that I had helped out or whatever else, and then he's like, no. I was like, he didn't remember me from a stream. This was back in my WoW days. I never streamed because I didn't have the internet capabilities. I was playing on a mobile hotspot back in that day. Nothing. Dang it. You can also combine 4 bounties and get the same type of gear. That's also where, like, if you are a player that is looking to try to make platinum, going out and collecting the terror essences and selling them on the market, lots of players buy them. How you go and farm them is go into these open gates and you can collect your weekly amount. Again, do as I say, not as I do. Don't necessarily do it all myself for it. I will buy them typically off the market.
Nine loading 9 says. Especially now that Bout is going on, whales will buy them by the hundreds.
Oh yeah, whales will buy them a lot right now. I'm not getting nothing. Mm. I'm going up here quick. Alright, let's just. Alright, that's the other essences I needed. Nice. Taking this back with me on that way I can go ahead and run with another mystic. Actually no, hold on, that's going to be a skill Zen on that other one. But this way, Discord is there. I want to get into PvP, but not ready yet.
Nine loading 9 says. You have the main essence already.
I don't have the chest piece, the helmet, the pants. I think I got the rest of it now. I don't. Yeah, I think I got the. Yeah, I got that cleave one.
Nine loading 9 says. A couple of them can switch for a different essence.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking that the chest pieces I know is another big one, and then the pants right now are like pretty much nothing. So I think that those pants are probably my like survivability.
Limpe Dildo says. Sup.
What up, Limp? Let's see. Mortals. Rain.
9 loading 9 says. Yo. 9 loading 9 says. Going from 12 to 13k resonance takes a lot.
Woo! That was a good fight. Doesn't appear that they do. Nope, doesn't look like they have any good one yet.
Limpe Dildo says. Of course.
Oh no. Never have what you want.
Limpe Dildo says. 11-12k just need put back gem power.
This is over too. Can't get 2 legendaries out of here. Oh, it's a bot. The last one wasn't. The last one was fun.
Nine loading 9 says. Don't forget about Tuesday mystery legendary vendor got.
This is that one dude again. This is a good bike. Ooh, beaten by one. That was close. That was intense. I like it. The hammer ranger definitely does some work. Yeah, hammer ranger already getting picked up real fast right now. Let's get through these right here. I really wasn't hoping this was gonna be a whole farming night, but looks like it's gonna be. I wish the rewards in this thing were a little better.
9 loading 9 says. You must not want them bad enough or you'll open up your mystery Legos in bag.
I already did that tonight. I opened 20 of them. Look, I've opened everything I had in there. Want it bad, I just can't seem to get him.
Nine loading 9 says. I could have sworn I saw them still in there.
Nope. I had them yesterday when I was the monk, but wow, we would get soul fire. Sprint. Pretty. Oh, hammer.
Ducky the Lord of Fashion says. Greetings Sir Krog.
What up, Ducky? Come on. Oh, you piece of shit.
It's Brutalb says. Keep chain roll frenzy. 9 loading 9 says. Have you noticed they've updated and revamped everything in the game except for charm system? Ducky the Lord of Fashion says. Nothing much, how's it quackin'? Ducky the Lord of Fashion says. Hello MRBB and Mr. Loading. It's Brutalb says. Souproid. 9 loading 9 says. What's up? Ducky the Lord of Fashion says. How ya guys been, what's new?
I am 20th in the server that they're taking only the top 64 to the next tournament of Bout of Realms, so that's a plus.
Ducky the Lord of Fashion says. Y'all seen people scattering from Dubai?
No, that's a Saturday.
9 loading 9 says. No, why are they?
The war is going on.
Ducky the Lord of Fashion says. Iran been dropping missiles left and right on all Gulf countries. 9 loading 9 says. Does Dubai even have a military? Ducky the Lord of Fashion says. Yes they do, but some have still gotten through and it's a bit of a mess. 9 loading 9 says. All that money they have but can't protect their country. Duckai the Lord of Fashion says. People have been told to stay inside their homes indefinitely, including tourists who have been given indefinite hotel extensions. Nine loading 9 says. Ducky, you notice none of them have messed with North America yet. They are scared to mess with us. Duckai the Lord of Fashion says. People who have money, like a lot of rich influencers live there to save tax, are trying to run. Duckai the Lord of Fashion says. Oh yeah, Trump and Big Yahoo. Nine loading 9 says. I bet Kim Jong is feeling sad that he's not involved in bomb dropping. 9 loading 9 says. I know he wants an invite badly. Duckai the Lord of Fashion says. Bahrain also had its biggest oil refineries get hit, so oil prices are going up and very soon gold may hit peak again. Nine loading 9 says. That's why I drive an electric car. Nine loading 9 says. All GHE oil stuff makes me mad. Duckai the Lord of Fashion says. It's already wartime, so gold prices are bound to go up.
Let's see. We did, if we did.
I hope that can help.
Duckai the Lord of Fashion says. All those people who moved to Dubai and claimed it's the safest country on the planet are now regretting heavily with 24/7 bombarding from Iran. Nine loading 9 says. Right. I know a lot of people who moved there. Nine loading 9 says. They are crying right now. Mexicutioner 1 says. I'm rooting for Iran to mess us Israel. Nine loading 9 says. I'm just rooting for a good fight. 9 loading 9 says. IDC who wins.
And that is America's consensus in a nutshell.
Duckai the Lord of Fashion says. Very true, Sir Krog. 9 loading 9 says. I'm not American, buddy. Duckai the Lord of Fashion says. The bad thing is, it's gonna raise prices in the market again for a lot of imports. Limpe Dildo says. Oh well.
Loading, weren't you born here?
Nine loading 9 says. I'm just glad we have Trump as president during this. 9 loading 9 says. He won't back down. Duck-Eye the Lord of Fashion says. Although USA won't be affected by the war directly, such as loss of human life or resources, it can lead to higher purchasing costs for foreign imports. Duck-Eye the Lord of Fashion says. He's low-key the cause of the war. MR loading. Duck-Eye the Lord of Fashion says. He backed Big Yahoo to attack Iran. Mexicutioner 1 says. Israel has wanted war with Iran for decades. 9 loading 9 says. That's because he did something the other presidents were scared.
Well, maybe we'll get this essence or so tomorrow. Let's see. Anybody else running some DI?
9 loading 9 says. That war was gonna happen either way.
I've never actually raided out to this person before. Nameless Rage.
Duck-Eye the Lord of Fashion says. Hopefully it ends soon. 9 loading 9 says. Yeah, hopefully.
Alright.
Duck-Eye the Lord of Fashion says. I want my dates at a reasonable price.
If you guys are willing to, please click that raid button. I cannot tell you how much it helps me, helps other Diablo Immortal creators. I appreciate you all for hanging out and watching, and I will catch you all tomorrow in the next one. Hell yeah. Thank you all so much. Bye, guys.